What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Okay, post-week 12 power rankings. I can't say this enough. This is hard. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. We got the post-week 12 power rankings. Let's get right into it. Please, please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. If you subscribe, this thing will grow and it'll make me get a lot more fun videos ideas. Just please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, first team we're doing, the Bengals. Okay, this is actually really hard. I'll put them in B, but who are they playing next week? That's my question. Who are the Bengals playing? I check right now. I'll just see who they're playing for week 13. They are playing the Chargers. If the Bengals beat the Chargers, I'll put them in A. Damn. They looked like an A team last week, though. They blew up the Steelers to our average team. Yeah. Good for them. They're looking pretty good. They've won 2 straight after losing 2 straight. They've been pretty streaky this year. See, they've had a little more consistency. Falcons, they're still in D2. I don't care what the record is. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL. They're a terrible team. They should not be 5-6. They should be 2-9, but they're 5-6. If they make the playoffs, well, I might have to put them in C. They are not a good team, though. Ravens, they are an S tier. They beat the Browns when their quarterback played his worst career game by far. When your quarterback plays that bad of a game, 4 interceptions, and you win, that just shows you got a really good football team. And I'm talking about grinding. That team is tough. It works. They will go into the trenches and just play so physical that you cannot stop it. They're playing teams down the stretch, like the Rams, like the Packers even, who they will cause problems to. Well, maybe not the Packers, but the Steelers. Who else do they play? The Browns again. They will absolutely dominate them because they are more physical. That's what I'm trying to say here. They are the most physical football team in the NFL. You will not beat them if you don't play as physical as them. Sorry, but that's the truth. You can't beat them with finesse. Well, you can't beat them, but no, you can't. There's a way to stop their offense, but still. Bears, Bears are in C tier. They beat the Lions. Good for them. They're not D tier. They for sure they're an average team. Yeah, they did get a big win. If they beat the Cardinals, they're gonna stay in C. I think they will beat the Cardinals. I know that sounds crazy, but the Cardinals, I really don't know what to say about them. But yeah, that's what I have as a preview for the actual preview. Yeah, but the Bears are an average team. That's what I conclude on them. Browns, I mean, they're going to see, because when your defense plays that well and your offense plays that cannot capitalize, you're not a good football team. Can they be a good football team? Absolutely. What they need to do, win games. And they got to score points. Jets, they're terrible. They're an F tier. Yeah, good job. You beat the Texans. Texans stink. I don't really need to say anything else. Cowboys, I'll put them down. I'll keep them in A. Here's why. No, they're going down a bit. Well, you can't lose to the Raiders on Thanksgiving Day and expect me to keep you in A. Are they a good team? Yes. They're going to A next week. But they lost. They're 7-4. They've lost 3 out of their last 4. They're not looking good. I gotta put them in B. They are They are probably Cowboys' good team this year. I gotta admit, don't like them. They have S potential. They're just not that physical. They're too many gimmicks. Their defense isn't playing well at all. They got embarrassed on Thanksgiving Day. I know it was a really good game, but they can't play like that if they want to win. And gotta just do something. They can pick between 2 guys, like Matt Corral or Sam Howell, your choice. Texans, I'm joking, they could get anyone else. Either way, Texans, F tier, they're like 2-9, they're really bad. They did beat the Titans, like I get that, but Titans were injured. not a bad team, but like I'm not supposed to move them. Bucks, I'll put them in S tier. Yeah, they're really good. Even when their defense stinks it up, they don't start off well. They came back and they beat a good team. That's all you need to know. Colts, you blew it, but you're still better than the Browns. They just got their offense and defense. When they play together, they're a really good team. It's just the consistency. Carson Wentz needs to be better. I know how crazy that sounds, but Carson Wentz can't turn over the ball if they want to win games. I'm sorry, this defense is not good enough. They just lose flow when Carson Wentz turns over the ball. Not that he's been good with it. He hasn't turned the ball over a lot, which he probably will. He just can't make any dumb decisions. He can't turn over the ball. They want to be successful. I'm just saying because this team is just not as talented as some others. Vikings, you can't play like that. Like, I know you're playing the Niners, but you got out. Like, they were more physical than you. The Vikings did play physical. They were the better team. They just didn't win because they're not as physical. Niners, they're the second most physical team in the NFL. They're really good in the trenches. The Vikings are good in the trenches, too. They're not bad in the trenches. They just can't play like that and expect to be a good team. Chargers, same thing with the Vikings. Their offense just stunk the last half of the game. They were not good the whole game, but they did have some big moments. Their defense was okay, I'd say. The Chargers were just like, they do deserve to be in B, but they are in last place in the division, so I have to keep that in mind too. No, wait, they're second to last. Raiders, they're still in C tier. Good job, you beat the Cowboys. They gotta win a couple more games before they're in B. They've been really inconsistent this year. Like, it's not their fault that they're this way. If they had their guys, and John Gruden wasn't racist, yeah, I'm calling him that. If he wasn't racist, they'd be a B tier team, an A tier team even. They're a good football team, but I can't put them there when they're 6-5. Washington, C tier. This is a good team. They don't have a ton of talent, but like the Niners and the Ravens, they are physical. They are grinding. They put in more effort than almost every team. They got a quarterback that really wants to play. A running back that grinds. A tight end and a wide receiver that grind. They have guys that want to win. They're out there to win. They're out there to try their hardest and just, like, outplay the other guys. When you have a team like that, you're going to be good. Dolphins. I'll keep them in C. They got to beat a good team first. Could they win out? Yes. It's kind of crazy to say, but this team could win out. I know that's crazy. But they have won 4 in a row. They will not go to B. Who knows? They might, if they dominate the Giants, they might go to B. Not a good football team right now, in my opinion. They're okay because they have won 4 in a row. I just want them to beat a good team before I can put them into B. Jags, F tier, yeah, we know. They're playing the Rams. Maybe they upset them. That would be crazy, but it could happen. It actually could happen. It's not out of the question. They have beat the Bills, but they're not talented. They have a couple good players, but I can't really say anything good about them. Their rookie quarterback's been inconsistent. I don't really want to say anything else. Niners, B tier, they're really underrated. They got to beat another team. If they can beat the Seahawks, maybe they go to A tier, but they have won 3 in a row. They're the most underrated team in football, along with maybe the Dolphins. Really good team, though, and they're going to be tough to beat because they're just really physical. Saints, D tier, they have no chance. They got blown out by the Bills. The Bills are an A tier team. They're a good team, but they just, even a C tier team would play, like, score a touchdown. They just were awful. Their defense wasn't terrible. It wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible. Their offense was putrid, though. Their offense is just as bad as Texans, Jets, and Jags. Their defense is good. They're probably an A-tier defense. They don't go in C, though, because they scored 6 points. I don't really know what else to say. They lost the Falcons. I don't really know what else to say. Giants, they're staying in D tier. They lost to the Falcons. That's one of the reasons they're not holding it back. They beat another good team, maybe go to C, but they've been really disappointing. Titans, I'll keep them in A. Yeah, they've lost 2 straight. They're really injured. I gotta keep that in mind, too. Ryan Tannehill was okay. Maybe if they can run the ball like they did last week and play physical, they can win games. That's why they're there. Rams, B tier. They've lost 3 straight. I don't really know what else to say. Any team could blow them out right now because the Rams are not a physical football team. Their offense is built around running the football. Sean McVay needs to go back to what they've been doing the past 3 years because it's what he does. He is not the guy who's going to drop 40 pass plays every game and expect them to work because he's not that type of coach. Their offensive line needs to be more physical. Their whole team needs to be more physical. They need to go get in there and push. Doesn't matter. They can't be soft. They gotta be hard-nosed. Have the effort, put every ounce in. That's how they win games. That's how they're gonna win games. Because at this point, it's basically playoff football for them. Other than, the Jags and probably the Seahawks, those teams they're playing they will get crushed by if they don't play physical. They can play physical. They have. Their defense needs to play physical. Last year, at moments, they were their best moments when they were physical. Were they always physical? Absolutely not. But when they were a really tough team to stop. If this team has effort and physicality, no team will beat them. I'm sorry, it's just how it works. They're that talented. But they just gotta be more physical, and Sean McVay needs to run the darn football. Eagles are still in C tier. One terrible game won't make me mad. Their defense was great, which is good. So, it's a negative and a positive. Their offense was awful, but their defense was good. I'll give them that. Steelers, they're going to be average. They just showed that. They got blown out by a team that was just better than them. They're not a D tier team, but they have lost they are 0-2-1. They have not looked like a good team, but they will be in the middle because they can't play that bad every single game. It's just not how this team works. Chiefs, I'll keep them in B. They're playing better than the Rams and the Cowboys, but honestly, the Rams and the Cowboys are the two teams in the whole NFL that if they just had more effort and played more physical would beat anyone. The Chiefs have been good the past couple weeks. They've been on a bye. I can't move them up to A. Wait, did I have them in A last week? I think I did. Whatever, they're in A. They're a good, really good football team. They're hot. They've won 4 straight. That's another reason I have them in A. They gotta win a couple more games though. They gotta win a couple more games. They got Sunday Night Football under the lights versus the Broncos. If they can beat them, they are not going up to S. They need to win a couple more games. If they're 10-4, I'll put them in S, but not right now. Broncos, I will put them in C. They beat a team at home they should have beat. They're not in B tier. They're probably not going to be. They gotta play really well if they want to be in B because it's a pretty inconsistent team. They're just average in my opinion. Yeah, now next team, Packers. They just showed they beat a team they should not have beaten. No offense to those Packers, but you guys should not have beaten the Rams. There you go. The Rams beat themselves. Matt Stafford was the difference in turnovers. They played more physical though. They didn't make a ton of mistakes. They made one mistake, and they just won. They're winning. That's what matters. I don't care if they're not the most talented team in the NFL. They're not. But they get the job done and they win darn football games. When you do that, you're the best team in the NFL. Panthers, they're bad. They were really bad. Do they go in D? Absolutely not, because it was 1 week. They were just awful. They blew out They go from blowing out the Cardinals to barely losing to Washington, who, like I said, is on the rise. And then getting absolutely torched by the Dolphins. Dolphins are not a bad team. But you can't play like that and expect me to put you in B. Because that was awful. Cardinals, the dude's the best record in the NFL. They are on a bye. I would not be surprised if they go out there and lay an egg against the Bears. I won't move them down. I can't move. The reason they're not number 1 is because they gotta beat they gotta beat at least a half decent team on the road. Again, for me to put them here. Bills, they're as inconsistent as the Rams and the Cowboys. They just happen to win. And that's why they're here. They are really talented team. They just got to be more consistent. They might go back to S. Seahawks, D, they're really bad right now. They're not F tier, but they're done. Sorry, Seahawks fans, your season's over. It's done. Yeah, you're in D tier. You're just not going to be a good team. Patriots, A. They've won 6 straight, but I've just seen, we saw from the Titans, they won 6 straight. They're in A. Really good football team. They just haven't beat any, I'm not convinced in the Patriots. I'm one of those few people that is not convinced in the Patriots. I know how crazy that sounds. Going to Buffalo, beat them on Monday Night Football, they'll go to S. They might even be number 1. But the Bills are a better team than them talent-wise. But if they can go in there and beat the Bills on Monday night, game of the week, not America's game of the week, but the game of the week, They might have themselves at number 1, but those two teams are in A right now. It's not fair for me to put them in S because they really aren't better than any of these teams. They're good, not better. Yeah, one of these teams could be number 1. Either way, guys, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. That's the end of the post-week 12 power rankings. Let's get ready for week 13.